Today, we're going to be taking a look at the circular saw. First thing that you're going to want to know is you can buy a circular saw with the blade on the right side or the left side. Once you've chosen your saw, it's time to choose the blade. Now there's a bunch of different blades out there for different finishes of cuts or even different materials. So just go ahead and choose the one that best suits your situation. Once you've chosen your blade, it's time to install it. So there's two different ways to remove a blade. You don't want to grab it with your hand and try to loosen it. So one method is to stick a screwdriver into the blade and that stops it from rotating. Or in this case, I have a button right here. You press that in and that'll lock the blade. Now once your blade's locked, grab your Allen key. They hide it right here in the handle. Grab that, loosen off that bolt, slip your new blade on and tighten it up. Once your blade's in, you can set your depth by unlocking it with this lever, set your depth and then lock it again. And it's as simple as that. After that, if you're looking to cut on an angle at the front of the saw, you just loosen this, set your angle, tighten it up and you're good to go. And in front of that, you'll see a scale. Personally, I don't ever really use this scale. But one thing to note is that there is two cutouts on that scale. One that says 0 degrees and one that says 45 degrees. Now this is because if you're cutting at 0 degrees, you want to use that first line. Of course, if you're cutting on at 45 degrees, you want to use that second line. Now that you've got your depth set and your angle set, it's time to make your cut. So install your battery or whatever your power source is, hit your lock button that's right here and pull the trigger. Now once you're done your cut, this saw even has a little hanger that you can flip out and then it'll hang wherever you need to so that you don't have to be holding onto it the whole time. One tip that I do have is that I choose to look at the blade when I cut, but when you're starting out your cut, you can't just look at your blade. You have to know where to line up your zero line or else you're going to be spending some time trying to correct your angle while completing the cut. So in order to do this, if we want our blade on the right side of the line, then we'll line up this 2x6 or whatever straight edge you have, whether it be a ruler or whatever's nearby, and we'll line it up with the blade and then see where it ends up on the zero line. In this case, it's directly on the left side of the zero line. And so when I line out my cut, I look through this little gap, make sure that my blade is on the point. And as you can see, if I just looked at my blade, I'm starting my cut way off. So then you pivot until that lines up and we know we need it just on the left side. And now you're good to start your cut. But of course, make sure that your blade is not touching the piece when you start up or else you're going to have a bit of kickback and you could cause a lot of damage to your project or yourself. So come back about 1/2 inch, start up, and now you know that you can cut a nice straight line. That's the basics of a circular saw. I hope that you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching.